What if you tried to land on the most dangerous planet in our solar system? Not Mars. Not Jupiter. But Venus, a world that looks like paradise from afar. Yet kills anything that touches its surface in minutes. Imagine stepping out of your spacecraft and watching your suit melt, your lungs collapse, and the air itself crush you. Sounds impossible? Let's find out what really happens when you land on Venus. From space, Venus glows like gold. It's almost the same size as Earth, wrapped in clouds so bright they reflect sunlight like a mirror. Astronomers once thought it might be another Earth, maybe even home to alien oceans. But beauty, as we're about to see, can lie. Your descent capsule approaches the planet. At first, everything feels calm. The outer atmosphere is warm, gentle, almost welcoming. The instruments hum steadily. You start to believe this world might not be as bad as they say. Then, the temperature spikes. The capsule trembles. You've hit the thickest atmosphere in the solar system, almost pure carbon dioxide. Friction ignites the air outside, surrounding your ship in fire. The clouds thicken, turning the sunlight to a dim orange glow. Each kilometer you fall, the pressure doubles. It's like diving deep into an invisible ocean. At 60 kilometers up, it's already over 150 degrees Celsius. The outer shell begins to creak and warp. The golden haze outside feels alive, pressing in, swallowing you whole. Lightning flashes in every direction, stretching for miles. Thunder echoes through the hull. You're falling into a storm that never ends. Now comes the part that destroys metal and glass alike, the sulfuric acid clouds. Tiny droplets of acid hang in the air like mist, corroding everything they touch. Your sensors blur. The camera feed turns to static. The veneer of probes from the 1970s tried to survive this descent. Their final images, haunting orange skies and cracked rocks, came just before their bodies melted away. They lasted only minutes. Now, you're following in their footsteps. Each second, the heat grows. You're still far above the ground, but already the temperature is climbing toward 400 degrees Celsius. At 30 kilometers, the air is so dense that parachutes are useless. You drift slowly downward, suspended in a suffocating soup of poison and heat. Outside, the sky glows orange and brown, like the inside of a furnace. You catch a glimpse of the surface through the haze, dark plains of rock, cracked and glowing faintly from trapped heat. At 10 kilometers, it's now 460 degrees Celsius. Every bolt, every panel on your capsule struggles to hold together. This is hotter than the surface of Mercury, even though Venus is twice as far from the Sun. The reason? Those same clouds, they trap heat so efficiently that the planet cooks itself endlessly. The capsule hits the ground with a dull, heavy thud. You've landed, but survival is only a countdown. The world outside is silent. The air presses down with 90 times the weight of Earth's atmosphere. It's the same force you'd feel 1 kilometer underwater. If you stepped outside, your body would flatten instantly. And then the heat would do the rest. Plastic, rubber, even titanium, everything melts. Your visor fogs with vaporized metal. The acid eats through circuits. Within minutes, your capsule is dying, just like every other machine that came before you. Venus doesn't forgive. It erases. Here, physics becomes your enemy. The carbon dioxide atmosphere traps infrared radiation like a blanket, the ultimate greenhouse effect. Volcanoes across the planet constantly spew sulfur dioxide, feeding the acid clouds. Winds scream across the upper atmosphere at 200 miles per hour. Yet down here, everything is still, so hot that motion itself seems to stop. Your instruments fade one by one. The screen goes dark. The last thing your sensors record is the sound of the planet itself, a low, constant rumble. Then, silence. But even after all this, humans are still fascinated by Venus. Scientists dream of sending robotic airships to float 50 kilometers above the surface, high enough to escape the heat, low enough to study the mysteries below. Up there, the temperature is tolerable, the pressure breathable, and the view breathtaking. A golden horizon stretching forever, a deadly beauty seen from safety. Maybe one day, humans will live in the skies of Venus, drifting in giant blimps above the inferno. Venus is a warning wrapped in beauty. It shows us how fragile a planet can be, how just a few degrees can turn paradise into apocalypse. It could have been another Earth. But instead, it became a furnace. So when you look up at that bright evening star, Remember, that light hides a world of fire. And maybe, just maybe, it's showing us what could happen if we ever stop taking care of our own. If you want to explore more impossible worlds and mind-bending what-ifs, hit that like button, share this story, and subscribe. Because space isn't just out there, it's a mirror of everything we are. And everything we could become.